The most trending discussion in Southeast and the Biafran circle right now is the unveiling of Ebubeagu, and if ESN should allow them to be. The Southeast governors were so lackadaisical in the area of regional security. They never took it serious. Each had relied on their local vigilantes, which can't contend with the current security situation in our region. In fact, we have always had the vigilantes, and it appears the threat is greater than the vigilantes. So we needed something more than those vigilantes. In fact, I call them Ebubeagu vigilantes, because you mostly see them, they are mostly visible at burial and housewarming ceremonies. That's where you see them. So I used to call them Ebubeagu vigilantes. Meanwhile, I've listened to the stories of exploit of certain vigilantes and understood vigilantes get level. Vigilantes get level. Some communities have better vigilantes than the others in Alebo. We are talking about Alebo, Southeast and South. So we have been told some of these have successfully driven out the headsmen. And we are talking about the killer headsmen, the marauders, those people troubling our region. Some have successfully driven these people out of their areas. This is commendable, but it's not enough. The killer headsmen are fond of moving to other communities if chased from a community. If you chase them from this one, they move to the other one. They don't totally leave. They are very stubborn people. So if some vigilantes are weak and could clear out, and some are strong and could clear out their area of the menace, what about the next community with a very poor vigilante, with a weak vigilante, where these marauders will now move in to occupy? That was how the idea of having to make all the vigilantes strong, and then the need for a regional vigilante or a regional force. That's how the idea was born, so that everyone can totally remove this problem. The problem of killer Fulani headsmen is a regional problem and doesn't require only a community vigilantes to quell. And that's hence the need for a force which is dominant in a whole region. That is what can be able to deal with that. The issue of killer headsmen, as we have seen today, cannot be properly dealt with by just a state security force too. So it's not a state thing. So it requires a regional force. Force that controls a region, not just a state, to deal with. It's, it's a troublesome something. So after having waited for the governors of the Southeast region, who appeared to be undecided on how to tackle the menace, IPOB rolled out what we call, and we have seen today, Eastern Security Network, ESN. The coming of ESN received wide approval from many in the Eastern region, which also it has disapprovals from mainly the political class. While the general populace approved of it, the government of the region and few people queried the legality. They are saying how it's not legal, it's not backed by law. So appraisals from some corners and condemnations from some other corners. However, ESN got more approvals than disapprovals. Quickly, the governors rallied to pull ESN down. They need to now have a regional security network become necessary. But it must not come from IPOB according to them. To these people, IPOB is proscribed and not permitted to create such according to the law. The law does not permit them. That's what these guys are saying. In fact, I have asked severally, if ESN is not acceptable, because it was coming from IPOB, an organization proscribed within Nigeria alone, or that our region does not need something solid to combat the invaders? I've asked this question. I have not been able to get a good answer, other than some people have allowed hatred to blind them not to see something good about that thing they hate. Let me tell you, there's something good about everything. Yes, you may not like something, but there's something good about everything. Secondly, I realize some are enemies of themselves. I also realize some are selfish and will take their people or our whole region just for a little appraisal from their masters at the center. I also realize some are yet to face such troubles from killer headmen, and so they don't understand how it feels. You could imagine a particular guy told me he passed through Oka and there were parties, jubilations everywhere, and as such, nothing is wrong with the area. He failed to realize that why some people are jubilating, partying, some are mourning and burying their loss. That is the case. So those who understand the security situation of our region welcome ESN with wide open hands. Even though some said ESN should tread with caution, that is normal. Advise them. Let them know how to operate. That's normal. So the governors and mostly political leaders of our region oppose ESN. Not because IPOB is prescribed, but just that they don't want such outfit to come from IPOB. They are opposed to IPOB. IPOB does not agree with them. So while they detested ESN and declaring them unwanted, certain attempts were made to stop them. We all know about the Olo crisis. It was part of the attempt. The killing of Ikonso too. These are attempts to stop ESN. The Southeast governors then find it necessary to also start a regional security outfit. And this is not with the intention of having a parallel force behind ESN, but a lone force. Even though lately the governor of Ebonyi, Umahi, in a press conference said there was no plan to contend with ESN. Meanwhile, an ESN member, chief top member, has been killed already. So Ebubeagu was born, but now, see what is the latest. IPOB ESN is opposed to the formation of Ebubeagu. They cited that Ebubeagu is a Fulani force created to stop ESN, and as such, not welcome in the region. You know what? That is what is trending right now. Whether to allow Ebubeagu claiming their members of the outfit in Ebubeagu, they are mercenaries, hired people. They are not from the region. Could you imagine? But if I were to advise, I think ESN should avoid any clash with Ebubeagu. This is only a suggestion. I'm suggesting as an outsider. I'm saying this because I've had some people say Ebubeagu should be attacked immediately. I am feeling that will not be necessary. Now, like I said in my other video, why not wait for events to unfold? Don't just conclude that Ebubeagu is Fulani influence, whatever. Because sooner, the intentions will become very clear. Someone even suggested ESN should concentrate on the forest, as they earlier indicated, while Ebubeagu in the streets. Well, from now, I think ESN should, because it will, what we are seeing now could result to something else. even though an ESN leader has been killed, they were tracked by Nigeria security operatives. But I'm not an ESN member or IPOB. I'm only suggesting. I'm not imposing on anybody. If I am to suggest, I would say, wait a little. Study events. Don't just conclude. Ebubeagu is, like I heard from several people, Ebubeagu is not welcome. That they should start, no. I think a little patience. Study these people. Even though it is sad to note that a leader of the ESN from the Imo branch, I don't think they have branches. They have branch. I think it's a one whole body. A leader a consul has been killed. So I will not say my suggestion is the best, but I always want things to be done in a way at the end we will not regret it. This is just, I'm providing solutions. Study these people. It will not take long for Ebubeagu to show who has sent it or the reason for the creation. It will not take long. Then you have every evidence. Now, Ebubeagu did not kill a consul. The Nigerian security operatives did. It could be from orders or prompted by the governors, Imo State governor. But then, wait for Ebubeagu and let's know what Ebubeagu is out to do before judging Ebubeagu. Please, viewers, add your comments. Tell us what you think. We are all learning. Before I leave, I have seen a jingle for Ebubeagu. Ebubeagu na-echago, Ebubeagu na-echago, Ebubeagu na-echago. Blah blah blah. Anyway, have you ever watched? If you're used to watching the animal world, I watched one recently. The lion was, should I say, squatting or it's sitting, and Ebube na-eche, the glory was guarding it. Meanwhile, a small snake came and staged it, did bite it. The small snake left, and the lion suffered it till the lion died. For those also, whatsoever, we will know the real intentions of the force. If Ebubeagu is for good, it is acceptable. But if Ebubeagu was created to track down Igbo people, to make us remain in the state of insecurity, then it is not welcomed. If Ebubeagu was created not to protect our people, but to hunt down our people, but to allow these guys, the invaders, the marauders, take over our land continually as they are gradually encroaching, then it is not welcomed. It is just as simple as that. Thank you and bye for now.